Welcome back. You're watching NHL Tonight, the preseason edition, and the Anaheim Ducks getting some business done recently, signing Mason McTavish to a 6-year deal. $42 million was an RFA, but not the case anymore. Locked up to the 6-year extension. Dana, what do you make of Mason McTavish out there and his fit in Anaheim?
Well, look, he fits in that number 2C just fine. He's a big, strong kid that continues to get better and better, and I think it's fair value, certainly. And Pat Verbeek, general manager and old teammate of mine as well. There's a lot of old teammates that are general managers now. What am I doing here? But
you're in good company.
But no, you know, I really like what they're doing in Anaheim. Pat Verbeek's doing as general manager, and they certainly wanted to get him locked up because they feel he's a big part of their future, obviously, with his size, and not always easy to find big, strong centermen in the middle, that can perform the way he does. But they're hoping he takes that leap really this year, where last year was a pretty good year, but can he be that real solid number 2 centerman that can lead your team to be a playoff team, as they got close last year, and then eventually a contender. Yeah, I like this team right now.
I talked to Greg Cronin, who was coaching Anaheim last year, a couple weeks ago when McTavish was holding out, and I wanted to get kind of the scouting report, and he said he really came on in the second half of last season, and he's learning some of the finer points, the details that young players have to learn to get better, and he feels he can be a real impact player. I would only say this about the deal itself is, what took so long? I mean, the comparables were there when you have Matty Beniers, the same draft year. He was I think he was a little bit more money, but their stats are almost identical. I thought Dylan Guenther in Utah was another really pretty straightforward comparable. So the contract ended up being somewhat similar to those deals. So I don't know why it took so long. Maybe because Pat Verbeek's a grinder. The manager, I think it was Pat Morris and that group, Newport Sports. They were probably grinding on their end, so maybe that's all part of it. Who knows? It's done now. He's an important piece of their future. They got a really talented young team, and Joel Quenneville looking to kind of push them forward.
And you make a good point, Aegis, about just the little things in the game and the consistency for any young player, especially the middle where there's more responsibility as a centerman. He has 52 points last year on 22 goals. Not bad for where he's at in his career. Can he become a 70, 80-point player? That remains to be seen, but that's a possibility. But can he be that really good, solid, big, strong, tough to play against centerman? I think that's what they vision there in Anaheim. So I think it's a real good thing Anaheim got him locked up. But obviously, yeah, sometimes these things take time because your camp wants this, and you got to meet in the in the middle, shall I say, or a medium. And it seems that's what they did there with McTavish. And obviously, he's happy with the deal at the time, and the Anaheim Ducks are hoping it's a really good deal 2-3 years down the road, because that walks him into free agency, I believe, unrestricted free agency, but a long ways from 6 years. They have visions of doing something now. I love the makeup of the Anaheim Ducks right now. I think they're getting better and better. They've added a lot of solid veterans. And now they got, you mentioned, a guy that knows how to win in Joel Quenneville behind the bench.
We use the term dark horse a lot in the first hour of the show, but I think a lot of people think Anaheim could be that dark horse out in the West, maybe make that jump and maybe secure a playoff spot this year.